one of our biggest acquisitions this year was our first-round pick, Josh Simmons, who we, on this show, way before the draft, before the combine, JD was like, that's the guy I want. That's the guy who needs to be in Kansas City. And Brett Veach was listening to Sheep Concerns like you guys. He's a viewer probably and a listener of the show. And he heard JD talk about Simmons, and he was like, you know what? JD knows who he's talking about. So today, you guys mentioned in the chat on New Heights, the Kelce brothers were talking to Trey Smith about Josh Simmons, and here's what they had to say about Josh Simmons.
Yeah. Josh Simmons, to me, watching the tape in college, it was absurd. Yeah. Like the athletic ability and size. Trav knows because I've been watching this dude.
I've been preaching. I my eyes on him. You already know. I've seen it. I've seen it. He was playing defensive end as just like a scout team defensive end, and he was just playing this gap, but he was being a pro. He was being locked in and being a pro, and I felt that man's hands grab me. And I was like, all right. We're just, I got to come with it. Even when he's just giving the looks, I got to make sure I'm got my feet planted, man.
I've watched a lot of these linemen coming out the last few years. This kid, I mean, he is the closest thing I've seen to like a Trent Williams or like a Jason, like that next level, like strength and athleticism.
Man, I haven't seen him in action, but I mean, I just heard that he is so strong, like unbelievably strong is one thing. So like Trav, you saying about his hands, like that's perfectly spot on what I keep hearing. But obviously like the talent is there, man. I've seen some of his film as well. And, obviously got a chance to win a natty last year. Shout out to him. But, I think he's going to be a great asset to the team, and I'm looking forward to it, bro.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, baby. Get him in there. Get him nice and ingrained in the culture we got over there, man. Have some fun while we go and whip some ass.
Yeah. We'll get him right.
Hey, man, shoot, what else needs to be said? I think we need to take that little bit of a clip and show the rest of Chiefs Kingdom. And they don't know who Josh Simmons is. Okay, and Jason Kelce was sitting there saying, how great he was, and you heard it here first before the other Jason that he was clearly the best left tackle out there in the draft by far. All the other guys, everybody was talking about, and no. Josh Simmons is the guy. He's the dude, and we need to get him here with the Chiefs. And I guarantee Jason Kelce probably like, yo, hey, Andy, I'm sure so the talks are going up, from different guys. And here I'm one of them. And I was sitting there saying to me, it is a clear determination, no doubt about it. It's clear to me that Josh Simmons is the best left tackle in this draft. Period. It wasn't even, to me, I've known this because played a lot, coached linemen, and when I'm sitting there watching that athletic ability, you talking about his strength, getting up the field, all the things he just had to him, fundamentals, technique, staying low. Hey, man, it's a no-brainer. I'm so glad the Chiefs got him. So,
I mean, talk about a ringing endorsement. Obviously, you played in the league for as long as you did. You know what you're talking about. Renowned for one of the best blocking tight ends of all time, if not the best blocking tight end of all time. So your endorsement for months has said so much about Josh Simmons. And on top of that, then you come to this conversation. Jason Kelce, one of the best centers of all time. He said he reminded him of Jason Peters, who he played with. He said he reminded him of Trent Williams. I mean, that's a huge endorsement, and Kelce's looking at this stuff too, just kind of in the way that you are. And then on the other hand, the Travis Kelce, him going across the line from him, yes, it's scout team defense, but he felt the meat hooks, and he knew the meat hooks. He's like, man, that's a strong dude, So like that tells you so much.
Yeah, you can. And I know Travis was like, oh, okay, he can feel the man's power. When he said he was just being professional, putting his hands out there, just putting up space, right? And he's like, dad, God. His sucker's going to be a problem. He is going to be an absolute problem. So I don't know who's going to be across from him, whoever it is, in the games. But look, they're going to have their hands full with a Josh Simmons. And if he put them big meat hooks and stuff on him, they're going to feel it too. They're going to feel exactly what Travis felt, and even then more, and then some. But But yeah, man, this is a no-brainer, man. I think Trey was sitting there saying like, "Yo, man, I can't wait to see him," so he can make an assessment himself. But when you see him, you could tell the passion he got in his eyes. You could just tell like he's just a football player. And so, like Jason Kelce was saying, as I said before, Marcus, I said, man, this guy has a chance to be like one of the greats. And I was saying this. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make this be known. But as far as like what I see his talent-wise and whatnot, he could play for a long time, a long career, and be one of the great ones for sure. So, shout out, man, to Jason Kelce, man, for putting that out there, man, for real. Game, baby. That's what it is.
100%. I mean, the two Jasons, Jason Dunn and Jason Kelce, both come in and pretty much saying, about Josh Simmons, and he says he's been following him for a little while, and the fact he saw his tape, he was like, yeah, this kid's good. And that's so interesting to me. It's like, because over the last few years, we've kind of talked about, because every year it's been kind of left tackle. Oh, should we go for this left tackle late in the draft? This left tackle late in the draft. And it was interesting, obviously, because his injury is the reason why he came for it was the last pick of this first draft. I mean, if he didn't get hurt, he's the first tackle taken in this draft. And it's so crazy to me that, it's one of the first times in a while that we've heard, oh, this left tackle has traces of Trent Williams, big time left tackles. Whereas before you hear guys like, oh yeah, he can be a solid left tackle in this league, but like he got like really high end comparisons. It's just that the drawback is, there's potential with this injury. It could lead to, it may never, ever have to see him like as full health, full bill of health. But like, it's all signs are pointing to him being ready for training camp. He could be ready by week 1. And also in that Athletic article, Mike Silver did say that all signs do point to him being the guy when week 1 comes in Brazil, which is also another interesting tidbit within the whole thing.
I mean, we wait to see. But Mike Silver, man, I ain't listening to this guy. He throwing down like, Mike, is this what you're doing? You fishing? Is this what this content is? It's what you're doing right now for Mike? Huh? It's a little slow right now. Bring the Chiefs up and talk about all O-line is not, in order. And the thing is, if Josh is not ready, first game of the season, we got Jalen Moore. I'm not worried about it, Marcus. That's the great thing is, to have that type of comfort, to know that position is covered. It is there. It is covered. And so the same thing, yes, I will say this too. If Jalen Moore happens to move over to the right side, Juwan Taylor's going to be starting, but Jalen Moore could probably play both. We got guys all over the place. King Suma, Wanye Morris, we got guys. We do. We are in a good position at the O-line. If I haven't said it before, ladies and gentlemen, the offensive line in Kansas City is probably at its best that it's been in a lot of years. We are good. So
I'll tell you from Kelce's standpoint, I know everyone's talking about his potential retirement. I'll tell you what, knowing that your team may have a future franchise left tackle that may as a tight end, like, okay, Pat's gonna get more time back there. I may want to stick around a few more years, to be quite honest with you. The fact that Kelce's seen that we got the guy possibly to be the left tackle of the future. You know what? I think I might stick around a couple more years and have a Pat with some time back there throwing me the ball. I mean, I'd love that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's such a domino effect to have that left tackle spot taken care of. It's like, okay, well, that's now allows our guy to be comfortable back there. That allows him to deliver the football to us without being under duress 100 times a game. So, like, it definitely has a trickle effect.
Well, it helps everybody's game out, right? And not even just the passing game, but the running game, like all of it. Like all of it. Everybody benefits from this. And having a guy that's very big, very athletic, it just helps out everywhere. Sim McBride actually has a good point. He said, I think we got to let it heal until November and then get some snaps. If he's that good, we want him here for the next 15 years. It's not a bad argument. It isn't.
But I mean, but November though, so when November comes, he just comes in and takes the left tackle job. I mean, if Jalen Moore's been looking all right, I mean, that doesn't make much sense, right? It's not like a receiver. You can get him some reps here and there. I mean, you can't come in and just spot snaps during a game.
No, I'm just saying if he's getting, so Jalen Moore, okay, let's say he starts, right? I'm just going to give a scenario here. Does well, and then all of a sudden you sit there and say, well, look, Josh Simmons, we want to give him a little bit of reps, and he's fine now, right? He's doing what he needs to do. He's fine, and we think that he's able to play. And the thing is, Jalen Moore, if he's just killing it and whatnot, if he's not, he's okay. He's doing a good job. If Josh Simmons comes in, because he's going to be going against the number one defense anyway in practice. So if he's the backup tackle, he's going to be going against our number one defensive end. So he's going to be getting some great work in practice anyway, right? So it's not like he's not getting any type of work. He's not going against scrubs. He's going against the 53-man roster, and we got some guys out there that could absolutely rush a passer. So I don't know, man. You can work it either way. You can work it either way, man. But one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to preemptively rush it when you don't need to. Okay, you're not in that position where you're desperate. All right, especially when you think you got a good guy in Jalen Moore. That's where you go get him. He put some money in his pocket because he is a good left tackle. Starting in this league. So.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting though, right? Because like when they signed Jalen Moore, it's what the interesting thing about the NFL draft versus like say the NBA draft, right? NBA draft happens right away, and then free agency happens. Free agency happens because we don't know. I mean, at the time when free agency started, we're like, we're not going to get Josh Simmons. He's not going to fall to 32 or 31, and then you sign Jalen Moore, and then the draft happens, and it's like, oh shoot, he's there. We got to take him now. I mean, so it's we had to dot all our I's, when free agency started. So it's kind of a luxury to have both of them if Josh Simmons is healthy. And I know we say we don't want to rush him, and obviously the Chiefs training staff, medical staff is not going to rush him out there because there's no need because we did sign Jalen Moore. But what does it say to you when Andy Reid at the end of minicamp said, Rashee Rice and Josh Simmons will be there to start out training camp. They'll be all there 100% full health. I mean, like it tells you, obviously they're not rushing him, but if he's ready, he's ready. And of course I'm with you. If he's not 100%, then there's definitely don't play him. But if he's moving along as fast as they say he is, then it's like, oh shoot, like we may actually have him there.
Well, the reason is because we haven't had full contact. And the only time you're going to get full contact is training camp, right? The real push and pull. That's going to be the test, okay? Everybody looks good in shorts, okay? In your skellies and stuff like that, everybody looks good. So training camp is going to be a little bit different. People are going to be at your legs. People are going to fall into your knees. All those different things happen. There's going to be some scuffles and whatnot. How does his knee hold up to those things? How does he respond to that, right? That's going to be the real question. So I'm not, like I said, we'll wait till the first game until they make a decision who they're going to start on that. But we'll keep an eye on Josh Simmons. But what we do know is it's obvious how talented of a left tackle he is. And I was Josh Simmons a bust, Marcus. You know that. As far as tackles wise, Josh Simmons a bust. We don't get Josh Simmons. We got to go a different direction. I was fine with that.
Yeah. And that's because of the Jalen Moore signing. It was like, okay, we got Jalen Moore. Right. There's no need to just pick any left tackle in round 2 or round 1 if Josh Simmons is not there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's a fair point. He hasn't done a full scope of reps as far as everyone's in t-shirt and shorts out there. So he really has nothing until we get pads on and contact. That's when you'll be able to actually see how far along he is. But Sasha brings a good point. He must not be swelling at all after workouts if they are saying he's going to be ready to go for training camp. Because with the practices they are doing, that is one of the things they're monitoring, right, JD? Like, how are you feeling after workouts? And
100%. They have to. You got to. So, because one day you could be like, I'm fine. And then one day it might just swell up like, I got a little swelling. Okay, well, shoot, we'll slow down. Okay. You sit out for a little bit. So.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see Josh Simmons. I hope he's all healed up and we can get to see him right out the gate. But if we have to wait, I'm fine with that too. But I'm excited about the Josh Simmons time in that Kansas City.
Woo-wee.
So good.
People were talking about barbecue over here in the chat. I'm sitting up watching them, man. I'm gonna say it's over cooking over here, man.
Such a stereotypical Kansas City conversation: barbecue versus KC versus Memphis.
Yeah, barbecue and ribs. So I agree with About Time said. He said best barbecue is the one that you like the best. Everybody got little flavors and different tastes, and, little twangs and whatnot. So
yeah, that's a good point there. About Time, very, 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 very solid point there.
Yes, sir.
Everyone's got their own taste buds.
Hey man, I tell you what, man, we grill it up real nice over here, man, in Kentucky too now. So put that thing on the grill.
Yeah, Virginia, you have mostly like North Carolina, Carolina barbecue type places around here. You'll see some places that do the Kansas City barbecue, but Virginia is mostly like the Carolina style.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.